Hello students, in the last session itself we have started with the chapter gravitation. In this session I will continue the same concept now, the acceleration due to gravity below the surface of the earth. In the last class we studied about acceleration due to gravity above the surface of the earth. In this class I will start with acceleration due to gravity below the surface of the earth. Yes. Now consider the earth's surface. Before that we are taken by the point mass. The point object which is having the mass m, that is considered is at a point P, is at a distance d from the surface of the earth. Is it clear? Below the surface of the earth in which we are taken by one point mass, it is also seems to be in a sphere in shape. Since earth itself is considered as a sphere, therefore the point P in which we are taken by the point mass which is having the mass will be small m and is at a distance d from the surface of the earth, is at a distance d from the surface of the earth. The very important point we have to remember, the force on the point mass at the outer shell of the thickness d is equal to 0. The force on the point mass at the outer shell, ಈ point mass ಈ point ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ force on that point mass is equal to 0. But the force on the same point mass m due to the inner sphere of the surface, outer shell of the surface is considered as 0. ಈ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಮ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿಗೆ ಔಟರ್ ಶೆಲ್, ಈ ಶೆಲ್ನ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 0. ಸರಿಯಾ? ಬಟ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ m ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ radius is nothing but distance. The distance is taken as r minus d. Since the total distance from the center of the earth to the surface of the earth is considered as r, therefore the distance from this point, surface of the earth to the point P is considered as d. Therefore the distance is taken as r minus d whole square. According to the universal of gravitational force of attraction relation, F is equal to g into m dash into m divided by r minus d whole square is the equation, where m dash is equal to mass of the sphere of the earth. Where m dash is equal to mass of the sphere of the earth. Therefore, if g dash be the acceleration due to gravity at a depth d, which means acceleration due to gravity changes when we move above the surface of the earth as well as the below the surface of the earth. That is the reason why instead of g we are done by g dash. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ನ ಎಬೋ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ನ ಬಿಲೋ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ acceleration due to gravity change ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That is the reason why that change in acceleration due to gravity is expressed by g dash. Let g dash be the acceleration due to gravity at a depth d below the surface of the earth is expressed by the force equation. Force is equal to m into g dash. Force is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity, and g dash be the acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, in the next step, here we are taken by the force will be g m dash m divided by r minus d whole square. Therefore, the force F is equal to mg dash. Therefore, comparing these two equations, when we are comparing these two equations, ಯಾವಾಗ ಎರಡು equation compare ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, what is the right hand side of the equation? mg dash is equal to, what is the right hand side of the first equation? G m dash m divided by r minus d whole square. Therefore, g m dash m divided by r minus d whole square. Therefore, the term small m gets cancelled out. G dash is equal to g m dash divided by r minus d whole square is the equation. Is it clear? Very important thing you have to remember, m dash be the mass of the sphere. M dash be the mass of the sphere of earth. M dash itself is considered as mass of the sphere of the earth is at the below the surface of the earth. Therefore, where m dash is equal to 4 by 3 pi r minus d whole cube times of rho. Equation ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರೆದಿರಬಹುದು? In general we are having the relation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. Therefore, mass is equal to density into volume. Alva? Therefore, mass equation is expressed as m is equal to, or m dash is equal to, which is nothing but the mass of the sphere of the earth. M dash is equal to, volume is replaced as, volume of the inner sphere is replaced as 4 by 3 pi. Instead of r cube, r minus d whole cube is the radial distance or the radius. Therefore, r cube is replaced by r minus d whole cube times of rho. Since we are taken by the inner part of the sphere or the inner part of the surface, therefore the distance is expressed by r minus d whole cube times of an rho. In the next step, g dash is equal to g divided by r minus d whole square as usual. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆಯಾ? ಇದು ವೇರ್ ಎಮ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂತ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ಬೈ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್, ಮಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇಂಟು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟು ನೋಡಿ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಬಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಮ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ರೋ. Is it clear? Sorry, V dash into rho. Therefore, in the place of V dash, what you had write? 4/3 pi times of r minus d whole cube times of rho. ಸರಿಯಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತಾನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ G dash is as usual ಹಾಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ G divided by r minus d whole square ಅನ್ನು ಸಹ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Into, in the place of m dash, what you have to substitute? We have to substitute 4/3 pi r minus d whole cube times of rho. Here it is r minus d whole cube. Here it is r minus d whole square. Therefore, the remaining term will be G dash is equal to 4/3 pi G r minus d times of an arrow. Be the equation number 1. Is the simplification ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ r minus d square as well as r minus d whole cube gets cancelled out. Therefore, is the remaining term in the numerator r minus d. Therefore, 4/3 ಅನ್ನು as usual ಬರೆದು pi g times of r minus d into rho. Be the equation number 1. This is the expression for acceleration due to gravity for the inner sphere of the earth. Is it clear? Is the inner sphere of the earth. Now, let G be the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth. Now we have taken the acceleration due to gravity over the surface of the earth. We are having the general equation. In the last class itself, we are proved by that relation. G is equal to Gm divided by r square is the equation. Small g is equal to Gm divided by r square. In that where m is equal to mass of the earth is at the surface of the earth. Therefore, that equation will be the general equation. Again, density is equal to mass by volume. Therefore, what is mass is equal to? Mass is equal to volume into density. Volume is taken as a 4/3 times of pi r cube times of rho. And that term I substituted here. 4/3 times of 5gr into rho be the equation number 2. ಹೇಗೆ substitution ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ mass is equal to volume will be 4/3 pi r cube times of rho be the mass. Be the mass. The same terms that are substituted over here. ಈ G is equal to G divided by r square ನ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. In the place of m what you have to write? 4/3 times of pi r cube times of rho. Therefore, the term r cube r square gets cancels. Therefore, the remaining term 4/3 times of pi g r times of rho be the equation number 2, where g be the acceleration due to gravity is above the surface of the earth. This is the general equation. In the last class itself, we have seen this equation. Is it clear? Now, divide equation number 1 divided by equation number 2. What is equation number 1? G dash is equal to 4/3 pi g r minus d into rho. What is equation number 2? Equation number 1 is because of acceleration due to gravity is below the surface of the earth is at a distance d. Acceleration due to gravity, that is inner sphere of the earth. Therefore, G dash be the acceleration due to gravity over the surface of the earth. Therefore, equation 1 divided by 2. What is equation number 1? Here we are written this equation. Therefore, G dash divided by G in the left hand side is equal to 4/3 pi G. Here also 4/3 pi G. Therefore, both the term gets cancelled out. 4/3 pi G gets cancelled out. Therefore, remaining term here it is r minus d. Here it is r. As well as the one more term is called as rho is also gets cancelled out by taking the ratio. Therefore, what is the remaining term in equation number 1? R minus d. That will written as usual. Divide by what is the remaining equation number into? That will be r. Therefore, r minus d divided by r. By splitting this equation, r by r minus d by r. What is r by r is equal to 1. Therefore, 1 minus d divided by r. Hope you clear that? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? G dash divided by G is equal to r minus d divided by r. Equation 1 remaining term will be r minus d. Equation 2 remaining term will be r. Therefore, that will be by split the term. R by r minus d by r. What is r by r is equal to 1. 1 minus d divided by r. Therefore, r G dash is equal to, by cross multiplying the function, G times of 1 minus d divided by r is the expression for acceleration due to gravity below the surface of the earth. Is very important for the 5 marks in board exam, or this equation is helpful for the competitive. Now we will see the next concept, variation of acceleration due to gravity with the latitude. It means that acceleration due to gravity varies from place to place. Therefore, the value of acceleration due to gravity, that is small g, the value of acceleration due to gravity is smallest at the equator and the value of acceleration due to gravity is highest at the poles. We have to remember these 2 points. The acceleration due to gravity is varies from place to place. It is a maximum at the poles, minimum at the equators. Therefore, the reason behind this is, the first reason, the radius of the earth is decreases from equator to the poles. Why the acceleration due to gravity is varies from place to place? The reason behind that is, the first one, the radius of the earth is decreases from equator to the poles. The second reason, earth is rotating about its own axis through the 2 poles. Therefore, these two are the reason in which the acceleration due to gravity is varies from place to place. Therefore, it is a maximum at the poles, minimum at the equator. Therefore, let omega be the angular velocity of the earth and g dash be the acceleration due to gravity from place to place within a latitude is called as a theta. Let omega be the angular velocity of the earth and g dash be the acceleration due to gravity at any place at a latitude theta, which means acceleration due to gravity varies with respect to the angle, and that angle is expressed in terms of latitude, and that is expressed by the term is called as theta. Therefore, the term g dash is equal to g minus omega square into r into cos square theta. R is the radius, omega be the angular velocity, g dash be the change in acceleration due to gravity from place to place, and theta be the change in angle in terms of latitude. Therefore, this equation is very important for the competitive purpose. This concept is very important for the competitive purpose. The first term we have taken, the acceleration due to gravity varies from place to place. It is maximum at the poles, minimum at the equator. The reason behind that is, the radius of the earth is decreases from equator to the pole is one of the reason. The one more reason, the earth rotates about its own axis through the 2 poles. Now, that acceleration due to gravity or change in acceleration due to gravity at any angle or at any latitude is calculated by the relation. This relation is very important for the competitive. Therefore, g dash is equal to g minus omega square into r cos square theta. G dash be the acceleration due to gravity at any place, g be the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth, omega be the angular velocity, r be the radius of the earth, and theta be the latitude in which the earth rotates. Therefore, by taken the 2 term again based on this condition, at the equator, we have to remember this point, theta is equal to 0 degree. At the equator, earth itself is having the latitude is considered as 0 degree. Therefore, what is the value of cos 0 is equal to 1. ಸರಿಯಾ? ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿ 2 ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಟ್ ದ ಇಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ನ ಲ್ಯಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಈ 0 ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. cos 0 will be 1. Therefore, what about this equation? g dash is equal to g minus of omega square 1. omega square r. Since cos square theta will be 1, ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ g dash is equal to g minus omega square into r. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೀತೇನೆ, at the poles ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, at the poles earth that is having the latitude will be 90 degree. Earth which is having the latitude will be 90 degree. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ theta ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. cos square 90. What is the value of cos 90? 0 into omega square. ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಆಗ್ತದೆ cos 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ. cos 90 0 into omega square ಏನಾಯ್ತು 0. Therefore, g dash is equal to what? G dash is equal to g. Very important thing we have to remember. As the latitude increases, which means as the angle increases, as the latitude increases, the acceleration due to gravity is also increases. This point we have to remember. That is the reason why at the equator in which the acceleration due to gravity is small, at the poles in which we are having the acceleration due to gravity is maximum. See here we are getting the answer. G dash is equal to g itself. It is nearly equal to 9.8 meter per second square. The acceleration due to gravity value g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square is is the value for acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ 0 ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಜಿ ಟರ್ಮಿನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಗ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಜಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇದರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೆದದ್ದು. ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಗೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್. Now we will see the next concept, gravitational potential energy. One more question or a concept is important for the board exam as well as the competitive. Listen carefully now. Initially we are taken by the surface of the earth in which there exists a gravitational field lines like this. Is it clear? This line is considered as the surface of the earth. What about these lines are considered as gravitational field lines? Always the acceleration due to gravity or the surface of the earth, it can pull the objects. That is the reason why the gravitational field lines are shown like this. Therefore, is a definition for a gravitational field, the gravitational force per unit mass. What is the definition for gravitational field? Gravitational force per unit mass. Here we are taken by the earth surface. ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, earth is considered in terms of a sphere. Here we are done by the one straight line ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅರ್ಥನ ನೀವು ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಗೂ ಸಹ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. Therefore this is considered as surface of the earth. Here we are taken by the center part of the earth. Suppose ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಸರಿಯಾ? Therefore there exists a gravitational force, the force or the surface of the earth, it is always pull the objects. Is it clear? The surface of the earth according to our, so that is due to the acceleration due to gravity which can pull the objects towards it. That is the reason why we are shown by the gravitational field lines is like this. The infinity in which this point is considered as infinity. The infinity in which we are taken by the point mass of mass m, and that point mass is moving towards the point is called as infinity in which we are taken by the point mass, and that point mass is moving, or that point mass is bring from the point infinity to that point. Suppose this point is expressed as p. Is it clear? Therefore that point p is at a distance x from the center of the earth. Is at a distance from the x from the center of the earth. Therefore if we consider the center of the earth, work done in bringing the point mass from the surface of the earth to the point P, that is against the direction of gravity. Earth's surface itself is having the gravity. Therefore we are bring the object or the point mass from the point center of the earth to the point P. Now object ಅನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಇಂದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಂ ನ ತಂದಿಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಬಟ್ ಇದರ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವುದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ or the surface of the earth to the point P. Therefore that direction is considered as opposite. Is it clear? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ it is defined as the energy associated by the body due to its position. ಈ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ is placed at the point P. That is the reason why the position of the object is changes according to the surface of the earth. Therefore because of that the object which gains the energy, that energy is called as a potential energy, and that potential energy is because of the gravity. Hope you clear the concept. Initially we are taken by the infinity in which we are taken by the point mass. ಈ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಂದು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ is placed at a point P. ಅದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು m ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಟು ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P. ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P ಗೆ ತಂದಿಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತದ್ದು, ಸರಿಯಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Therefore because of that position the object which gains the energy is called as potential energy with respect to the gravitational field in which it acquires the energy. That is the reason why that is considered as gravitational potential energy. Object ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನು ಪೊಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, that energy is called as potential energy. ಆ potential energy ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ that is because of gravitational field lines. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. gravitational field is nothing but gravitational force of attraction per unit mass. Is it clear? Then we are defined by the definition. It is defined as the energy associated by the body due to its position in the gravitational field of another body is the energy gained by an object because of this position in the gravitational field is because of the another body. That another body is considered as Earth's surface which is having the mass will be capital M. Here we are taken by the point mass which is having the mass will be small m. Therefore the small m which acquires the energy in gravitational field is because of the earth. The definition is considered as gravitational potential energy. Hope you clear that? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ದೊಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ we are taken by the first equation. Consider the point mass m is at a point P is at a distance x from the surface of the earth. Surface of the earth ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. That object which is having the mass m, thus there exists a gravitational force. Thus there exists a gravitational force that is written by F is equal to G into m divided by x square. Capital M be the mass of the earth and small m be the mass of the point mass divided by x square is the distance. Is it clear? Now, the work done when the body is moved through a distance is dx, which means the change in work done. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನೀವು ಈಚ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ as x1. ಇದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ as x2. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ದಿ force exerted or that force experienced by the body that is moving from surface of the earth to that point. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ದಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ದ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Therefore, the gravitational force of attraction between that objects is written by the equation F is equal to G into M divided by x square. The work done when the body is moved through a distance is called as dx. ಯಾಕೆ dx ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಿ ನ ತನಕ ತರುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ ಟು ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ xn ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು x1 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ? ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ x1 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು x2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ದ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಬೈ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as dx. Therefore, there is a change in work done occurs. ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಅಬೋವ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವೆ, ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಆಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಸಹ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ನಾವು ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ dx ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ವಿ. That is nothing but it will move through a distance is called as dx. Therefore, dw is equal to f into dx. What is dw? Change in work done. What is dx? Be the change in displacement. Therefore, that is equal to, in the place of x, what you write? G into capital M into small m divided by x square times of dx is the equation. F ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. F is nothing but G m divided by x square into dx. Therefore, the total work done in bringing the point mass from the point infinity to that point. ಸರಿಯಾ? ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಟು ಆರ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ದಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. Therefore, the total work done is considered as d of w is equal to integration of dw is equal to the limit is from infinity to r. The limit is from infinity to r, which means the point mass that will bring from infinity to the position is considered as r. That point mass position is expressed by p and that distance is considered by r. Therefore, infinity to r gmm divided by x square into dx. In that, what is g? Gravitational constant. What is m? Be the mass of the earth. What is small m? Be the mass of the point mass. All these concepts or all these terms are considered as a constant. Therefore, w is equal to integration of dw. The limit is from infinity to r. G m into m divided by x square into dx. What is g is equal to? Gravitational constant. What is m is equal to? Mass of the earth. That is also constant. What is small m is equal to? Mass of the point mass. That is also constant. Therefore, all that constant that I bring to the outside. Is it clear? ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬರೀತೇನೆ. Therefore, which function we have to integrate? The position will change. While changing the position means the object which gains the energy is called as gravitational potential energy. Therefore, the limit is from infinity to r 1 by x square dx. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಉಳಿತದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಹೇಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಮೇಲೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ the limit is considered as infinity to r 1 by x square dx. In the next step, w is equal to gmm as usual infinity to r x to the power minus 2 dx. ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಇದೇ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ 1 by x square ಅನ್ನು x to the power minus 2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದಾ? Therefore, gmm into infinity to r x to the power minus 2 dx is the equation. Therefore, we have to now integrate by using the integration equation. Therefore, what is the integration of x to the power minus 2 dx? The general formula for the integration I will write here. See here, integration of x to the power n dx is nothing but x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. is the general formula for an integration. Integration of x to the power n dx is equal to x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c, where c is called as an integration constant. Now, what is the function we are having? X to the power n dx ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, x to the power in the place of when we are having the value will be x to the power minus 2. ಇದೇ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ x to the power minus 2 dx ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. Integration of x to the power minus 2 dx, that is equal to nothing but, see here, x to the power in the place of n ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ minus 2 plus 1 is because of the equation. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? First equation is because of the integration. Integration of x to the power n dx is equal to x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. We have to integrate the function is called as x to the power minus 2 dx is of the form of x to the power n dx. n ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ minus 2. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ x to the power minus 2 dx ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ, x to the power n ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ minus 2. Therefore minus 2 plus 1, since n is nothing but minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 is equal to what? Integration of x to the power minus 2 dx is equal to now x to the power minus 2 plus 1 will be x to the power minus 1. ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಹೇಗೆ? Since minus 2 plus 1 will be minus 1, therefore x to the power minus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 will be minus 1. Therefore the function is considered as x to the power minus 1 ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು 1 by x ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದಾ? ತರಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, x to the power minus 1 ಅನ್ನು inverse of x ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದಾ? 1 by x is nothing but x inverse. ಇಲ್ಲಿ minus 1 ಇದೆ, divided by minus 1, that is nothing but minus 1 by x. Therefore what is the integration of x to the power? What is the integration of x to the power minus 2x? X to the power minus 2 dx is equal to, that is nothing but minus of 1 by x. The same term I will write here. See here, w is equal to g into m into m. Integration limit is from infinity to r. X to the power minus 2 dx is written as w is equal to g into m into m is a common term. Integration, once we integrate the function, and that function we have to express in terms of a square bracket. Therefore x to the power minus 2 is written by minus 1 by x is because of integration. The lower limit will be infinity, the upper limit will be r. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್, ನಾವು w is equal to ಮೈನಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇಂದ ಈಚೆಗೆ ಇಡ್ತೇನೆ. w is equal to minus g into m in the place of 1 by x. minus ಅನ್ನು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ನಾನು. In the place of x we have to substitute upper limit as well as the lower limit. Now we have to substitute the limit. Just ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬರೆದು g into m ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. In the place of x we have to use the upper limit. x ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Therefore in the place of x will be r, therefore 1 by r upper limit minus lower limit. Formula upper limit minus lower limit. What is the lower limit we are having? Lower limit will be infinity. Therefore x will be 1 by infinity. x ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ r ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. Therefore is 1 by infinity is equal to 0. ಬರೀಬೇಕಾ ಡರ್ಮನ? ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಆಗಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು. Therefore is the remaining term minus gmm into 1 by r. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ನೋಡಿ, w is equal to minus gmm divided by r. That negative sign is because of this. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Therefore this work done is stored as the gravitational potential energy of the point mass when it brings from the surface of the earth to the point P. Therefore this work done is stored as gravitational potential energy of the point mass. Therefore work done is written by the equation is called as U. Therefore U is equal to minus g into m divided by r is the equation, is the expression for gravitational potential energy. Is the expression for gravitational potential energy for a point mass from the surface of the earth of radius r. For a point mass, the surface of the earth of radius r is smaller enough from the surface of the earth ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ u is equal to minus g into m divided by r is the equation, and this is the expression for gravitational potential energy. This is the expression for gravitational potential energy of the point mass in an earth surface. Therefore u is equal to, the negative sign indicate that work done is against the gravitational field. Is it clear? Work done is against the gravitational field. That is the reason why we are getting in terms of a negative. Now by using this, here we are written by the term is called as u ಇದನ್ನ U ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. Here we are used by the one more term is called as the gravitational potential. It's not potential energy, that is considered as gravitational potential. It is defined as V is equal to, we are done by the term is called as U divided by M. V is equal to U divided by M. Yes, what is the definition for gravitational potential? Potential energy per unit mass. Potential energy per unit mass is considered as a gravitational potential. Is it clear? What is the expression for gravitational potential? Gravitational potential energy per unit mass. U ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ gravitational potential energy of the point mass divided by unit mass is considered as gravitational potential. Symbol V. V is equal to U by M. Therefore, V is equal to, in the place of U, what you would write? Minus G into M divided by R divided by small m. Therefore, the term small m gets cancelled out. Therefore, expression for the gravitational potential will be minus G into M divided by R. The one more equation is useful for the commutative. Gravitational potential energy U is equal to minus G into M divided by R. Gravitational potential V is equal to minus G into M divided by R. Is the two expression, and that two expressions are useful in the purpose of commutative also. Hope it clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? Very important concept for the board as well as the competitive. Yes.